The aim of this presentation is to focus on the harsh reality of FGM in sub-Saharan Africa, and within this presentation I aim to answer my question: what impact is educational programmes having on eliminating FGM in sub-Saharan Africa? By identifying and discussing different educational programmes available to people in sub-Saharan Africa. The focus of this presentation was based on sub-Saharan Africa due to the high concentration of known FGM cases. However, FGM is still carried out in other areas of the world today. FGM stands for female genital mutilation, which UNICEF 2019 explains FGM as being the complete or partial removal of girls' genitalia. Other forms of FGM involve partially stitching up the vaginal opening to stop girls and women from engaging in premarital sexual activities. The World Education Bloc 2017 outlines that mutilation and violation can happen at any age in females' lives and can lead to devastating health consequences. Matthews 2011 argues there are 4 types of FGM that are practiced: clitorectomy, incision, these are the most common, and inflammation, and finally other forms of harmful practice. The practice of FGM is shown to have no health benefits and can lead to serious health conditions and problems later in life, UNICEF 2019. It's seen as religious, cultural and historical tradition in many cultures and has been around for over 2,000 years and is still a problem today in the 20th century, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. However, UNICEF 2019 and other partnering organisations have been arguing for this practice to be completely eradicated due to the non-beneficial stance and the problems it causes girls and women later in life. This being said, it is also argued by WHO 2020 that radicalisation is not so simple due to the different opinions based on cultural and communal groups. Matthews 2011 and Lattice 2018 argues the impact of FGM means males have control over female bodies, their roles and capability for sexual fulfillment. It is identified to be carried out as a traditional process for women to have done before adolescence and portrayed as a rite of passage into womanhood, encourages women to not lose their virginity until they are married, also preserving family honour. This slide demonstrates the statistics of current practice of FGM as an overview of the world, and Women's Statistics Project 2015 share these statistics to provide an awareness to the public of FGM practice, now stating the low or very rare numbers of FGM cases across the globe, but identifies the high number of FGM cases still carried out in sub-Saharan Africa regions, as at least 26% and in some areas more than half of women have been subjected to some form of FGM. This directs on to why the presentation is discussing the impact of FGM on sub-Saharan African regions. UNICEF 2013 demonstrates the extent that FGM is still happening in sub-Saharan Africa regions. As seen on the map, Somalia with 98%, Guinea with 96%, and many regions over 70% highlights the heavy practice of FGM in these regions and areas. Forward UK 2019 states these countries still practice FGM as a form of female control within their communities and see it as a traditional process that young women must undergo. Following on from the visual maps, there is abundance of statistics to demonstrate FGM practice in sub-Saharan Africa. Curry et al. 2018 states there are over 2 million known cases within sub-Saharan Africa alone, and UNICEF 2019 argues this is only an estimation due to the number being reportedly higher due to many cases being unreported every day. Also, UNFPA 2019 state over 3 million girls are subjected to FGM every year, and a harsh reality, large majority of children undergo the process by the age of 5. Also, UN 2015 states 45 million girls are out of some form of education. This has a prime effect on FGM statistics due to if girls are not going to school to learn about education and dangers of FGM, they are more likely to promote their practice when they have their own children or support family members in the continued practice. These next 2 slides will address how policies, laws and education within schools and communities have played an influential role in reducing the numbers of FGM every year. It is identified that in Africa more generally, that 16 nations have made the practice of FGM illegal. Furthermore, in 2003, FGM prohibited and limited due to the Protocol of African Charter on Human and People's Rights, simply referring to the Gender Equality Programme. 2 et al. 2014 states the United Nations Convention of the Rights of the Child 1999 and the Child Education Act 2002 also played an influential role in reducing the number of FGM cases, as it raised the awareness of the rights of the child and the importance of education. However, as discussed, there are 45 million girls still out of education, and the practice of FGM is still dominant, therefore showing policies and laws are only partially effective due to the importance of training attitudes in the local area and communities. Matthews 2011. Education can play a huge role in FGM, as Lattice 2016 emphasises that women who are educated the horrors of FGM and given the knowledge surrounding FGM, they are more likely to stand up and speak out against this. Latter's 2018 argues that health education is important with reference to eradicating FGM, as it advises women the health risks that are associated with the process. These shall be addressed further in the presentation. It is advised that through education of doctors and teachers of the identifiable signs of individuals that have undergone FGM and how to handle this situation sensitively and professionally, it can have an influence on the continuation of FGM within these communities. UNICEF 2013. For example, Action Aid 2020 and other organisations provide regular workshops for people in the community and allowing a positive discussion to allow people to learn the dangers of FGM and the importance of family health. By giving professional workshops and discussing how FGM can affect women's health, such as their labours, it allows FGM cutters and families to identify the connection between FGM and stillborn babies and obstructed labours compared to if women do not undergo FGM. It is evidenced by Action Aid 2020 and Women's Aid 2020 that from attending these workshops, positive discussions can begin to happen through understanding and empathy, and women share their stories through their communities. It is identified within the ICRW 2016 and World Education Blog 2017 that older parents are more likely to subject their daughters to FGM because of the lack of understanding and education within their communities. Therefore, providing workshops with cultural leaders in the community and older generation members of the community, changing their attitudes and providing them with factual information, they are more likely to promote FGM from continuing. It is identified that the United Nations 2019 Sustainable Development Goals, such as Goal number 4, Quality Education, and Goal number 5, Gender Equality, can be linked to the elimination of FGM. Quality education correlates with the idea of educating girls away from traditional ideas within their society, allowing a good quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities. Goal number 5, Gender Equality, correlates women should understand they have access to the same rights and opportunities as men and understanding the importance of stopping domestic violence within families. United Nations 2019 Sustainable Development Goal focuses on FGM because it was identified that in the year 2000 nearly 1 in 2 women had been subjected to some form of FGM. There has been a slight development in 17 years, as in the 2017 report, 1 in 3 women had been subjected to the harmful practice. This shows there had been progress in working with countries in eliminating FGM, which shows that from quality education being shown to communities, people are understanding the dangers of FGM and promoting the importance of gender equality, ensuring universal access to sexual and reproductive health, and allowing women equal rights and end discrimination against young women and girls. Communities are coming together to decrease the number of FGM cases. Wallace Global Fund 2018. However, there is still a lot of work to be done to eliminating FGM and meeting these goals. UNICEF 2019 states there is no health benefit in correlating the process of FGM, and this leads us to question to why this practice is still being carried out. Wallace Global Fund 2018 argues that the practice is carried out often in unsterilised environments with no measures of antiseptic or antibiotics, which can lead to harmful physical and psychological consequences, such as PTSD, depression and anxiety, and also may cause difficulty and discomfort within their adolescent development. Also, the practice is often carried out by elder members of the society who have no or little medical training, which can cause high level of risk of infection and prevalence of death from hemorrhaging is high. Matthews 2011. Latter's 2015 also states many women have complications during childbirth due to the practice being carried out. Finally, it is argued that FGM causes severe bleeding, problems urinating and menstruating, and also can be painful when having intercourse. The focus of this presentation was to demonstrate the impact of educational programs on eliminating FGM in sub-Saharan Africa. Evidence shows that by educating individuals of the harmful practice of FGM and working with communities through workshops is the most effective strategy presented in literature due to the opportunity it allows individuals to learn the risks dangers of FGM and help stop the spread of FGM. However, there is still a lot of work to be done within communities to stop this practice from continuing.